Hey, all, happy Monday. Surprisingly enough, don't fall off your chair, don't tip over, don't walk into the wall, but we finally have secured our Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Larceny Barrel Proof A124s. It seems like, is this year taking longer than before? It seems like it's just taking forever.
I feel like we were last in the lineup of everybody that reviews the bourbon and stuff on YouTube.
Very last.
I feel like this really, it's almost, I don't even know what today is. It's almost March.
I'll have to count my texts to Harry, because I'll bet I've texted him 6 times about these releases.
He was talking some smack about it. He's like, Kurt's got to chill out. I'm getting 5 texts a week on Elijah Craig, and I'm just tired of answering it.
I just was dumbfounded that it took so long. I know Indiana, our little corner of Indiana here, I know we're normally last.
Yeah.
Or close to it anyways. But
yeah. Apparently not. Like, I've heard Texas and California can be pretty late to the party. Florida, too, sometimes. I don't know about these, but it did take longer than usual for these.
But,
so they better be worth it.
Yep, that's the good thing. And we got them practically both the same time within a couple of days of each other, so we figured might as well just put them both on the same show.
Did I pick these up?
You did.
Okay, I don't remember that.
And I will tell you this, before anybody asks or anybody comments, Trenton opened them right away.
Yep.
So they've been aired, they've been open for about a week probably. So.
And, well, full disclosure too, this was in my garage. And I have a cat that lives in my garage. So we might get a little hair particulate in there or some cat dandruff in it. I didn't see I didn't see anything. Luckily, she didn't throw up a mouse next to it or anything, but yeah, they were very close to where she sleeps. But it's gonna be fine. Maybe she added some more flavor to it somehow. I need to stop talking.
Yeah, I think stopping would probably be a better choice.
Which one are we going with first?
Well, on your right, the Bull Glen.
That's my left.
Is actually the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and the Clear Glen is the Larceny Barrel Proof back here. So they're actually sitting the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you feeling first?
Well, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is less proof, but only about 5.
Okay, so probably that one then.
You want to start with? Well, that's this one. You want to start with that one?
Yeah, we can start with that one.
Okay, we're going to start with Larceny Barrel Proof then. This one, Trenton, is 124.2 proof. Is that just an accident for A124, or that actually happened?
I didn't even put that together.
I did.
That's pretty.
When I looked at it, I was
smart.
like, "Wait, what happened here? What's going on? Was that intentional?"
I hope they're putting that much effort into it.
Yeah,
but who knows?
$65. Is it still that?
$69.99.
Okay.
64. Okay. It was either $64.99 or $69.99.
Okay.
I can't remember because I think this was 74.
Okay.
Or something like that. Or 60. Yeah. This might have been 69 or 74. There's a 5%.
Well, right now this is supposed to be around $65. This is supposed to be around $70. So
okay.
If you're up a lot, it's around that price point.
Okay, so right on point.
This is about 6 or 8 years old, Trenton. Mash bill 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley.
When I was watching Fred Minnick's Top 100 of last year, I think 2 of the Larcenys, or all 3 of Larcenys, made it. And the latter 2, I think, or the A, I'm getting sick, the A and the C, sorry, I might have just coughed right in your face.
I think you might.
The A and the C made it to top 5, and I think one of them...
top 5? Yeah, I know it did really well.
Yeah, I think 2 made top 5, if I'm not mistaken, or top 10. So I haven't heard anything about the Larceny or the Elijah Craig yet. So.
No, I really haven't either. I didn't really research it. I want to kind of give it...
It's nice. Pulling a me.
Yeah. I just want to give it, our first impression. It's influenced by others.
It's kind of nutty that I'm getting.
It's a little bit. Yeah.
It stinks.
Got a little bit of a honey note in there. A little nutty. And a tiny hint of baking spice.
I think your schnoz is getting a little bit better. Do we need the schnoz surgery still or not?
You had to run and get the memory cards.
Yeah.
So these have been poured, and I've rolled them 47 times. They've been sitting about 20 minutes.
I had to destroy 2 memory cards, and I forgot to get new ones, so I had to run to the store before I got here, and then I had to run back to the store. But we got it. We made it.
Yeah. So it
smells pretty good, though. I do get a little bit of the...
I'm good with it, yeah.
I do get a little of the baking spice, like you said.
Sure.
I get some sweetness. Maybe it's a honey, but I've said this before. I struggle with picking up the honey, but it's kind of nutty.
Okay. Yep.
That's good. Wow. I honestly don't remember us reviewing any of the Larcenys last year. Maybe we reviewed A, but we normally do A, B, C, and then we blind to see which one's the best. I don't think we did that.
Yeah, I don't think we did for Larceny. Sometimes I don't remember what happened yesterday.
I haven't,
long ago, but
I haven't either.
I don't remember it either. I got to take another sip. That was the first sip of the evening, so I'll reserve my comments here just for a few minutes for another sip.
I'm not gonna reserve it. I'll say it and then I'll go back on it. But I almost get like a root beery, cream soda-y type of, maybe a cola type. There's some like pop or soda or Coke under different parts of the country called different stuff. But there's some kind of poppy kind of note.
Okay.
The zippy.
All right. I'm still getting a little baking spice.
Okay.
On the palate. I really like the front of the palate. I really do. I still get a little bit of that honey note. There's some sweetness there. A little bit of that baking spice, but I don't know what's happening. It's almost like a train wreck coming in the back half of the palate into the finish for me.
You don't like the finish?
Not so much.
I love the finish.
And it's weird because I have not preferred the Larceny barrel proof.
Yeah, I know. You haven't
releases as much. I've never sincerely disliked them, but I wouldn't say that they were ever in my top 5.
Well, I think in one of the videos we talked about you look forward more to the Elijah Craig's and I look more forward to the Larceny's. Mm-hmm. I like the back end of the palate. I get a little of this baking spice. There's a little bit of a butterscotch or like a stewed cherry type of thing. Almost reminds me of a cherry vanilla Coke kind of thing.
Well, and I understand your thought process.
Yeah.
I really do. So let me just slip this by you. Because what I'm referring to exactly is middle of the palate to the back end. It seems to get bitter and very black peppery, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I could see a little bit of that, but like it doesn't. I don't want to say bother because I don't think it bothers you. It doesn't stand out above the other flavors enough to make it unbalanced or anything. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good sip.
I think it's okay. Which is, if you research our shows, if you do that,
it's not surprising.
I would, if I had $5 in my pocket, I'd lay it on the bar top and say that's probably pretty consistent of all of the releases between my opinion and yours. You like those quite a bit for the most part, and for me, it's kind of like
I think at some point, whether this is I know we did a video either on Elijah Craig, it was either a video or a live stream. We picked your favorite 4 or 5 that you said that you've had over the last couple of years.
Yep.
We haven't done one for Larceny.
That'd
be interesting because I think I have almost every release since I started collecting and drinking 3-4 years ago. So I had probably 10 to 12 different bottles. Huh. So I think it'd be cool to go through them, not do all 10 on the 12 on the video. We'd probably get lit. We'd get lit up. These are high proof.
Yeah, they're high proof. It wouldn't be for me.
It'd be cool to see which ones are the best. But
yeah, good idea. Maybe we'll do that sometime. All right, we'll move over to the Elijah Craig now. This is the big, hot button topic in the bourbon world because this is the lowest age stated Elijah Craig barrel proof ever. 10 years, 9 months. They were very standardized in the 12-year for the longest time, which means that the youngest bourbon that's in the mix is 12 years. Same here. The youngest, let's keep that in mind, the youngest bourbon is 10 years, 9 months, right? That's in the batch.
I'm not honestly really surprised because we were gifted the 13-year off the bat at when was that? Last year? Was that the C?
C923.
That was the last one.
13 years, really 7 months, I think, with that. Like that.
They kind of made us hopeful, and then they just kind of gave us the shaft towards the beginning of the year, if I'm just going to put it lightly.
Well, that's the second part of all the conversation. The C923 Trenton was one of my favorites of all time. It was really, really good. Yeah. I mean, rank it up probably in the top 3. As we spoke about before, not every limited release is going to be the same as the greatest one you've ever tasted, So I'm going into this not expecting that, but, hopefully it's going to be pretty good. We'll see what happens. I mean, this one here is a little bit lower. This is also, I looked this up too, this is also the second lowest proof point there ever has been for Elijah Craig barrel proof at 119 proof.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So this one here is 68% corn, 20% wheat. I apologize. I'm still in the Larceny. This one here is 78% corn, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye in the mash bill.
Okay.
My bad.
I will say, I usually don't get this type of note from an Elijah Craig, but I'm getting quite a bit of chocolate on this one.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But it's like chocolate shaving. It's not like a really rich, dark. It's not like that. It's more of like a light dusting. Of chocolate. I like it.
The aromas are fantastic. a bit of toffee, I think, in there along with the chocolate. Very sweet.
I need to sit down and just eat like a big old gallon of toffee. Or is it a bar? A toffee bar? You don't need a gallon of toffee, do you? That's probably not liquid.
I wouldn't eat a gallon of it. No.
Okay.
I don't think that'd be a wise choice.
Yeah, just sit down and have some toffee because it just really goes right over my head.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You get started on it, you won't be able to stop, like your licorice.
Ooh, yeah. I ordered more.
I bet you
Spent
did.
$90 on licorice. It's almost gone.
I'll bet you did.
It really smells to me like a caramely. It smells like a Twix. It's got like a cookie nougaty type of thing.
Yep.
It's got a little bit of caramel, a little bit of chocolate,
Perfect.
a little bit of oak at the end.
Perfect.
I hope it tastes like a Twix. I'm hungry.
Let's find out.
This kind of reminds me of a Diet Elijah Craig.
Diet Elijah Craig.
It does.
Okay. Right out of the gate, first sip. I'm going to take another sip here real quick. Of course. And we wouldn't have expected it to be as good as the C923 at that age statement and everything else here. And it's not. It's not as good as that. First sip, I still think it's fairly solid.
I say diet because it really just tastes light. Usually when I have an Elijah Craig, it's really rich, robust. It's got a nice viscosity, and this still does, but it's lacking a nice flavor development through the palate.
I think it's just not as robust as some of the Elijah Craigs can tend to be. I do feel though it kind of gives me a brown sugar note. I still feel that toffee note in there. There's definitely some oak in there though that can be a tiny bit tannic, just a tiny bit.
It's like a burnt brown sugar kind of thing, because it's a little toasty, and I would maybe attribute that to the note that I just said, which I already forgot, but not my favorite Elijah Craig by any means.
No, I can't say it's one of my favorites to tell you the truth. However, what was the year that both of us felt that the Elijah Craig releases were just getting a little weak?
It was 21.
Yeah, I don't think this
22,
one...
I think.
Was it 22?
It was 21 or 22.
Maybe 22. And I think you're on the right track
with
22. There was a couple of them there, or two or three. Maybe there was a couple of them at least that head scratchers.
Yeah, not bad. Just like really didn't fit the Elijah Craig vibe at all.
I feel this one is better than those. I do feel that.
Get like a little toasted marshmallow now off the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think this is better than them, and it also could just because we came from such a banger, the last one, that this could be kind of an unfair, and it is an unfair comparison because it's 2 years younger, but I'm not overly impressed as I am with the Larceny.
Wow.
Yeah.
As always,
hot take of the evening.
I would take this rather than this, and
I would take this rather than this, and I'll take a couple bucks off the receipt by going with this one, $5-10. It's a win-win.
I don't know what it is with me of the Larcenys. I don't know. They've just never been that appealing for me.
And I'm surprised because you like Maker's Mark, the Weeders and everything, and this is a Weeder.
Do that. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know.
It's wrong.
Please don't get me wrong. It's not a bad release.
No,
not by any stretch. It's just for me the middle of the palate, the back of the palate really turned kind of bitter and peppery, very black pepper.
You love black pepper. The butcher cut black pepper, man?
Oh, yeah, I do. Maybe not in bourbon, though. Maybe not in whiskey. I don't know.
Yep. Third, fourth, fifth sip, I stand by it. Delish.
All right, Trenton, this is another show that we agree to disagree. And
should we argue?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about
maybe
that.
Maybe next time.
Everybody has an opinion, Trenton. That's what it is, and that's what bourbon and whiskey's all about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because I personally, for the most part, don't care for a lot of Larceny barrel proofs, and you do. That doesn't mean you're wrong, and I'm right, or vice versa. So you prefer what you prefer.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that, except for when it comes to him. He needs to step over to this side of the track. Boom.
This is a drain pour.
Get out of here.
No, it's not.
Get out of here. You're taking this home and I'm keeping this. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
All right.
Fine by me.
At least we came to that agreement. All right, that's all we got for you today. I hope you had a good time. Have a great week. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right here, down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.
Almost screwed that one up. You nice recovery. Good job. Proud of you.
I rolled right through it.